Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where our time at peace is at an end. For now, anyway. We are at war with Lithuania, and we've almost won that war. We're walking into their capital right now. That will end very, very shortly. We will need to deal with this vassal limit problem, and, well, this would help. Anyway, we'll go ahead and do that. Excellent. Our vassal limit problem will continue to plague us for the rest of the game. There's no doubt about that. So we will just siege this down. Our wife died. Okay, that is a problem for us because she was giving us a lot of domain limit. She actually died pretty young, didn't she? How old was she? Oh, she was 45, and she just disappeared without a trace. Okay. Well, we're going to find someone else with high stewardship skill. And does it matter who? She has 23 stewardship skill and no education trait. Crazy. I feel like we've got plenty of children and our concubines can provide more, so I feel like marrying someone who's 44 is not actually a problem. We'll go ahead and do that. That will be fine. And that should, in theory, help us with that small domain limit problem. Okay, excellent. And we're going to have her managing our domain, which she already is. Unfortunately, she isn't quite as good. Not quite as good. I see this force raising over here. We're going to move these troops in. Okay. 6% chance of a hook on both, huh? We got a good compromise. Good enough. We're going to come on in over this way, see if we can chase these guys out of here. We don't want them lifting our siege for us. That would not be great. And so in we go. They did gain more troops there, but the war's over, so it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and enforce our demands. Bam. So be it. Disband all. And we've got some additional border gore here. I'm not super shocked by that, but it'll need to be taken care of. We will need to grant all of these titles off, and I kind of don't care who they go to. Wait, that guy was already landed. I don't really want people who are already landed. If at all possible. Let's see. Lekbarg can go to this guy. Karwis to our half-brother here. This is all fine. Okay, are you landed? No. Sounds good. So we're wildly over our vassal limit, and we're going to need to hand out one of our one of our titles over here as well. And it's going to be this latest one. We're going to grant that to a low noble. We can take that back if we get an 11th domain holding later on. So that'll be fine. We are currently 15 direct vassals above our limit, and that is absolutely something that we need to take care of. We can grant 3 of them off right away, and that is definitely something that we are very happy to do. We can also usurp the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and so we shall. Excellent. And then the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, that goes here. Well, congrats, dude. This guy's a king now. 11 vassals go with. Excellent. And we're also going to demand his conversion, 42%. Okay, now we're 2 direct vassals above, and the question is, oh, there's a county here. We could give that to this duchess here. So we're going to grant her that count. And we'll also demand her conversion. She might accept. Oh, this is Prussia now. Hilarious. Hello, Prussia. It's been a while. Okay, she won't convert. This guy will, though. That's great. He's more important. We can usurp the Duchy of Prussia if we had the gold, which we currently don't. We're only 1 direct vassal above our limit right now. Let's go ahead and ransom off prisoners, and we'll just mass ransom them. Excellent. And now we can usurp that Duchy of Prussia. Beautiful. So that de jure belongs right here to this guy. There we go. Excellent. And he didn't become our vassal. He remained under this Khan, so that's fine. One other one that we need to get rid of. Well, this is a county rank realm here. We can just toss that into this Khanate. There you go, buddy. Fantastic. Okay, let's check in over in our investment zone. If I recall correctly, we actually only needed to upgrade the castle that we just handed out from here on out. And yes, that is indeed correct. So that's wonderful. We can start thinking about expansion down here in India. And I don't hate that concept. Like, we can go after this guy. That's a kingdom tier realm. So that's going to be a little bit tougher for us. But we can just go after duchies. Those are counties. We can just go after duchies. And that would be something like... Oh, that's kind of disgusting. But something kind of like this. I mean, it would just be a bite-sized war, right? This guy's a kingdom tier. This guy's technically a kingdom tier. Kingdom tier. Kingdom tier. Kingdom tier. Should we just make titles? I kind of feel like we should. Honestly, I kind of think that we should just make titles for right now. We're not living legend yet, and I think that's okay. So the Duchy of Lithuania will head up there. Create that. That goes to this guy. He is a Khan, so that's fine. He just gets 60 opinion of us. Would he convert? Is he the wrong religion? He is the right religion. Perfect. Okay. So the primary point behind creating the titles at this point isn't even necessarily for... It's so that our vassals have de jure claims. That's the idea here. I want our vassals to be in an expansive mindset right now. We can negotiate some alliances, and I don't care. That's fine. We can also do some prisoner imprisonment, and 97% sounds good to me. Okay, we'll go ahead and ransom that guy for 30 gold. Excellent. And we were like up here. Sure. Anybody else here that we want to go for? Yeah, here's one. Excellent. Okay. I meant to ransom that guy back, but this is fine. We're just going to go through here, and he would, or she would leave to become a wanderer. Perfect. 96%. Do we roll that? Maybe we do. Okay, so we'll ransom you back. There we go. And 96, yeah, let's roll that. It's a very, very low probability that there's a rebellion here. And there's a rebellion here. Okay. Where is this guy? What a jerk. A colossal jerk at that. We're going to raise up our troops right here. Honestly, just our men-at-arms can probably deal with him, but he might hire mercs. He doesn't really have the cash for it. We'll see if anyone else joins him. But it looks like no. I'm going to raise up a couple of levy troops, like 1,000 of them. And yeah, we're not surprised that there's some factionalism behind this. The reason that we're not surprised about that is because this is lowering our threshold. Okay, so we're going to do something kind of like this. And what is this? Independence? Okay, we will just solve this. Son and daughter? No. What do you got? Not much. Oh, actually, we could marry someone to her directly. Do we have like a nephew? That would be great. We have a half-brother. That would do the trick. Do it. Excellent. Problem solved. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, they're going to keep creating the faction against us. We don't care. Do we have leadership here? We do. Do we have leadership here? Yes. Sounds good. Do you have siege? Yeah, you do. Fantastic. And this guy's aggressive. Sounds good. 96%, and we failed it. What are the odds? Well, I can tell you. The odds are 4%. I mean, that's why I wasn't really willing to roll those earlier. That's the exact reason. We do have a stewardship perk available, and we're going to take Hergeld. Excellent. These guys are going to walk in and be jerks. We'll see if we win this. It's a little unlikely. Yeah, we're losing it. That's okay. All we want to do right now is bleed them. Keep them busy and not sieging. Because the moment we get this, it'll be under control. They're going to come in now, I guess. We actually still have pretty good numbers on them here. But the war's over, and we're going to enforce those demands. Bam. We're going to disband our troops, Get out of here. Okay, so there's that solved. Now, as far as this guy goes, all I have ever wanted was to ransom him for 50 gold. That's all I wanted, was 50 gold. Perfect. Now, this independence faction is still being a bit of a jerk, but we can handle this. This is no problem whatsoever. Perfect. There we go. And let's go ahead and create ourselves a few more titles. So we're going to keep doing duchies for right now. Now, the duchies are not super helpful for us in dealing with the vassal limit issues. But that's okay. There you go, buddy. Enjoy your shiny new duchy. So we are going to decline this for sure. Yeah, we're above our vassal limit. That's not surprising. But once we create these kingdoms, that shouldn't be a thing anymore, I think. This Duchy of Lower Silesia we'll go ahead and create, and that goes to this guy. Excellent. And then we're going to create the Duchy of Thuringia. And that goes to this guy. And we'll demand his conversion. 15% chance of acceptance. Not very much. Yeah, our fervor is rough. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we need a couple more duchies to be made here. And that's great. Again, a lot of these are not helping our vassal limit issue, but this county should definitely go into this Khan. There you go, buddy. Enjoy your extra count. Perfect. Up over 100 gold per month now, and let's check in to see if this castle has finished construction. Indeed it has. Let's go ahead and construct barracks there so that this guy doesn't construct something else without asking us. That would be no bueno. So let's go ahead and create additional titles as soon as we can. That's going to be 2-month ticks, actually, but we can ransom off a couple of prisoners, and that is definitely something that we will do. There we go. Excellent. And now we have enough to create the Duchy of Chernigov, and so we shall. That goes to this gentleman. There you go. Fantastic. How many more duchies do we have here? We have 4 in total. When can we extort again? 2 years is the answer. We're going to have battlements in 9 years, so that's plenty of time. The next question, why is our motto, I sway? I mean, I guess we are swaying, so sure, fair enough. We are going to want War Profiteer. We're going to want at any cost as soon as we can. And we're going to have, what was the other one that was exposed? Household Soldiers, that's right. 11 years on that, and 8 years on battlements. Sounds good. We can go ahead and create ourselves the Duchy of Pomerania. Again, this is not going to help our vassal limit issue right now, but we are going to be able... That's not where that goes. We're going to give this, I guess, to the Khan of Pomerania. I don't want to grant vassal. I want to grant the title. Title. I'm blind. Okay, so there we go. And we'll demand his conversion. He might accept. 71 opinion. We'll see. Hopefully. Nope. He refused. That's fine. So yeah, I want to get these titles created because to a large degree, a lot of the factionalism that we're seeing is because of not my de jure liege. And we are going to need to deal with our succession here, for sure. But we could become reclusive, and that's probably our best bet. We'll do that. And then we'll seclude ourselves to get rid of some stress here. Fantastic. Host a feast, hold a grand sacrifice. Neither of those are things that we're going to do at this exact moment. The Duchy of Greater Poland is going to be creatable right now. And so we shall. And we'll grant that over to this gentleman. And we'll demand his conversion. 34% chance of acceptance. We'll see. So we're going to toss snowballs. We're going to snos toe balls? Was that what I was going to say? Yikes. I don't recommend that. We're going to toss snowballs at our heir here. And Let's see what happens. Wants a hook. Well, he's not even our vassal, so I accept. He doesn't report to us. We do need a new steward, and we're going to put in this guy. Excellent. We're above our vassal limit, of course. We knew that was going to be a thing. Next up is going to be the Duchy of Kanar, and we'll be able to create that soon, but not this month tick, sadly. Let's see. 15 months left on this construction. Really? Faction already, or a faction right now. Okay, it's because of this jerk. This guy is a jerk, but we can handle him. No problem whatsoever. There. Get out of here, you jerk. Perfect. Like, I like to think that's how we worded that letter. Dear jerk, I would like you to stop being a jerk. And therefore, I propose that your daughter marries my son, you jerk. That's definitely how that letter was written. I choose to believe it. It is true. So the Duchy of Kanar needs to be created, and we are going to grant that title over to this gentleman. And that'll boost his opinion of us quite dramatically. Excellent. And then I think one more duchy title is all that we can create. Yep, the Duchy of Bangladesh. And we'll have that here in a couple of month ticks. We'll also be able to extort our subjects next year. So that is not too bad. We're going to have our battlements finishing up in 8 and our household soldiers in 11. An alliance? I decline. We do not require alliances at this point. The Duchy of Bangladesh we're going to create, and that goes, of course, to this gentleman. Perfect. We're one direct vassal above our limit, but now we can start creating kingdom titles. We can create the Kingdom of Poland and the Kingdom of Sapmi, and that will be great. And that will actually help us quite a bit. Creating, well, certainly the Kingdom of Sapmi. Poland, actually, yeah, that will help as well. We have a few over here that we can definitely get rid of. So that sounds great, but those do require 500. I was thinking 750, but no, that's not how it works. It's 1,000 for empires, 500 for kingdoms. So we'll have to save up a little bit for that, but that's fine. We'll be able to extort those subjects soon enough. We must stop that villain. I don't know who that person is or who's plotting against them, and I kind of don't care. We are going to need to start pushing into these territories and these territories. As I've said, though, that's kind of... We're dabbling in it right now. We're being raided. Okay, I don't care. That's okay. We're going to decline this invitation because we are reclusive, and so we'll lose a little bit of stress from that. An alliance? I decline. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot of war going on over here. There's a little war going on over here, but not very much. I do want to start pushing into India. Oh. Catholic rulers, invigorated by a call to arms of Pope Benedictus, have started to gather a large host of zealots to wage a crusade against all enemies of the cross in East Francia, which may include us. More and more fanatics are drawn in every day in what will soon be a mighty army of the cross, assembled to bring war upon our lands. We can only pray that Tengri, the courage and fortitude to stand against the tide of infidels. I'm not sure this makes sense. We can only pray that Tengri, the courage, gives us the courage? Maybe. Tengri protects us from these infidels. So they are going for the Kingdom of East Francia here, which barely includes our territory, but there is a little bit there. Okay, so we should not go to war on our own at this time. Reason being, we're going to need to defend against this. How many do they have so far? Barely any. Well, that'll probably change. How is Catholicism doing anyway? Not amazingly, in all honesty. Like, Catholicism is not that strong. Cool. He is starting to get some people pledged, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and create the Kingdom of Poland right now. I definitely want a strong king out over on this side. And that would technically go down here, but we're actually going to give it to this Duchess. So we will grant that title to her, the Khanate of Poland. Fantastic. And then we should be able to transfer vassals over to rightful lieges. And yes, that is something that we can do. Excellent. I would like to demand her conversion, but that's not a thing that is possible at this moment. Okay. So, I mean, she's not exactly powerful, but she'll work on that. We do, however, have this guy over here. He's involved in a lot of wars right now. There's no doubt about that. But he is definitely reasonably powerful. Catholic populists are targeting us. We are not surprised by this, and we also don't care. That's completely fine. And let's just go through here, see if we can raise some cash before this crusade comes in. Okay, we'll see what we get here. Okay, prestige. Sounds good. As I was saying, we want to raise some cash before this crusade comes in. So that'll work. Okay. Looks like that's it. So let's see who, or how much we get here. It's, I think, only going to be 50. We'll ransom him. Actually, we could demand his conversion. He is Catholic, and so we shall. We're going to demand his conversion. And he did. Perfect. Okay, sounds good to me. I would like to make the kingdom appear in Sweden first. Well, not exactly Sweden, but stop me. I would like to make this kingdom before this crusade fires. That's going to launch in 9 months. You can see here, they do have a good amount of strength at this point. But that's okay. We should have quite a lot more people that pledge towards the end of this, I think, to defend us. A lot of our vassals, I think, should. But regardless, I'm not too threatened by this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create this kingdom soon enough. With the next month tick specifically. And that will be just fine. Okay, that's not the next month tick. Guys, I'm gonna need you to chill. We've got a crusade bearing down on us right now. Can you not? Thanks. We're going to go ahead and marry our son to this guy's daughter. That'll solve that problem. Fantastic. Okay. No problem there. And we do have some alliances. I'm actually going to negotiate an alliance with our half-brother here. There we go. Excellent. Crusade launches in 6 months. Let's go ahead and create this kingdom. And that de jure goes to this guy, who is our marshal. And we will grant him the Khanate. He'll gain 80 opinion of us, although it ended up only being like 20. And we're going to also see if he'll convert. He might accept. We'll see. We really should have granted vassals to rightful liege first. However, he'll do it for a hook. He's already on our council, so he'll probably only use that hook to negotiate down his feudal taxes. I agree. That'll be fine. I do want him on our side here. So we're going to grant out these vassals. Excellent. Okay, so this guy will be a reasonably powerful king up here, and that is good. Let's see what's going on with this crusade. Okay. We do have a new stewardship perk available, and we're going to go ahead and grab War Profiteer. We're going to need it. That is definitely going to be a thing. And at this point, we're banking. We are banking for the possibility of mercenaries. That's what's happening here. So let's see what ends up happening with this crusade. However, it is about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see what happens here. This crusade might get spicy. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.